Gokula-taruṇī-maṇḍala-mahite, Gokula-taruṇī-maṇḍala-mahite, Radhe jaya jaya
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Today is the auspicious day of the appearance of Srimati Radharani. Srimati Radharani is, if you don't know, she is the topmost consort of Sri Krishna. Srimati Radharani is, so she is called the Hladini Shakti of Krishna. She's the pleasure potency of Krishna. On this wonderful day, devotees offer their respects to Srimati Radharani. Not only on this day, but every day. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vṛṣabhānū Sute Devi Pranamami Harir Priye. I offer my respects to Radharani, whose bodily complexion is like molten gold, and who is the queen of Vrindavan. You are the daughter of King Vrsabhanu. So Srimati Radharani accepted a father, and that was none other than the most glorious King Vrsabhanu, and her mother was the queen Kiratida Sundari. So Srimati Radharani is, as we mentioned, the one who gives pleasure to Govinda. She is the enchantress of Govinda. She is the be-all and end-all of Govinda and the crest jewel of all his consorts, as it's mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Just as the fountainhead Lord Krishna is the cause of all incarnations, so Sri Radha is the cause of all those, the consorts of Lord Krishna, who are of three kinds: the goddesses of fortune, the queens, and the milkmaids of Vraja, who are the foremost of all. In these consorts, all proceed from Radhika. Srimati Radharani is the full power, and Lord Krishna is the possessor of full power. The two are not different. The scriptures have it. Radha and Krishna are one, yet they have taken two forms to enjoy the mellows of pastimes. The transcendental goddess Srimati Radharani, it is said in the Brihad Gautamiya Tantra, the transcendental goddess Srimati Radharani is the direct counterpart of Lord Krishna. And she possesses all the attractiveness to attract the all-attractive personality of Godhead. So Krishna is called Madan Mohan because he is so beautiful, he can attract millions of cupids. But Srimati Radharani can attract even Krishna, so she is called Madan Mohan Mohini, the attractor of the attractor of Cupid. And Srimati Radharani is the transformation of Krishna's love. She is his internal energy called Hladini. And this Hladini Shakti, this Hladini potency, gives Krishna pleasure and nourishes his devotees. So Sri Krishna cannot enjoy anything that is internally different from him. Therefore, Radha and Krishna, it is said in the scriptures, are identical. So Srimati Radharani is she is the embodiment of pure devotional service. No one can be a greater devotee than Srimati Radharani. The very name Radharani comes from the Sanskrit word aradhana, which means worship. Her name is Radharani because she excels all in worshipping Krishna. Krishna is the reservoir of all pleasure, yet Krishna himself derives pleasure from the service rendered by his devotees. Such devotional service attracts even Krishna himself. While speaking to a friend, Krishna confirms this as follows in the Srimad Bhagavatam. My dear Uddhava, you may know from me that the attraction I feel for devotional service rendered by my devotees is not to be equaled, even if one performs mystic yoga, philosophical speculation, or ritualistic sacrifices, studies the Vedanta, practices severe austerities, or gives up everything in charity. They are, of course, very nice activities, but they are not as attractive to me as the transcendental loving service rendered by my devotees. Hence, Srimati Radharani, being the embodiment of pure devotional service, is the highest of all. Devotional service is actually under the control of Srimati Radharani. She is the presiding deity of devotional service because she is very merciful. Devotees especially take advantage of her merciful nature to attain the service of Krishna. The same Krishna who is not attracted by any amount of material opulence finds Srimati Radharani irresistible. Therefore, to perform devotional service, one should follow in the footsteps of Srimati Radharani by performing pure devotional service to Krishna without any concern for material profit. Krishna is the supreme controller. He says in the Bhagavad Gita, he is in 934, Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. He is the Lord of all planets and demigods. He is the source of all spiritual and material worlds. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and yet he is controlled by the pure devotion of Srimati Radharani. Therefore, Krishna is known as the property of Radharani. And if one can please Srimati Radharani, then one can very easily please Lord Krishna. Prabhupada says, therefore, that if Srimati Radharani recommends us to Krishna and says, this devotee is very nice, then Krishna will immediately accept us. She is so merciful that anyone who comes before her to serve Krishna makes her very happy. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur, who is a very exalted devotee, beautifully explains, if we grasp hold of the lotus feet of Radha with great care, we will attain the lotus feet of Krishna, which are the priceless jewels. Without taking shelter of her lotus feet, One can never personally make Krishna. The Vedic scriptures declare that Krishna is the property of the maidservants of Sri Radha. Srimati Radharani is the embodiment of Madhava. She's the repository of all good qualities. Her mind, senses, and body are steeped in love for Krishna. She is Krishna's own energy, and she helps him in his pastimes. So His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada has introduced this process of chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, which goes Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. This Maha Mantra, who has been introduced by the Lord himself, our founder Acharya Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada has spread it all over the world. And he says the chanting is exactly like the cry of a child for its mother's presence. So Mother Hara, Srimati Radharani, helps the devotee achieve the Lord's Father's grace, and the Lord reveals himself to the devotee who chants this mantra sincerely. So Srimati Radharani, if we appeal to her by chanting this mantra, she will engage us in the service of Sri Krishna. So let us all offer our hearts to Srimati Radharani and pray that with her blessings we may have the fortune of assisting her in service to Krishna. So Srimati Radharani, she is very beautiful. In fact, nobody can be more beautiful than Srimati Radharani. And Srila Rupa Gosvami has in his Sri Chatu Pushpanjali described the beauty of Sri Radha. Srila Rupa Goswami says, "O Queen of Vrindavan, Sri Radha, I worship you. Your fair complexion is more resplendent than molten gold. The color of your sari, the hue of a blue lotus flower, even the beautiful lotus in full bloom, or the rising full moon, offers no comparison to your breathtaking face, for it is much more exquisite. The arches of your elegant eyebrows put to shame Cupid's bow. Your cascading black tresses sway, and the dark mascara on your roving eyes make them look like restless black partridges. Your fine nose is decorated by a ring studded with the noblest pearl, and your lips are more charming than bright red tulips. Your sparkling, even teeth are like rows of spotlessly white jasmine buds. O Srimati Radha, among all the beloved gopis, you are the cherished jewel. Therefore, kindly be pleased with me." So Srila Rupa Goswami praises Srimati Radharani's exquisite beauty. Radiating with a nectarian smile of pure love for Krishna, Radharani's beautiful face is as splendid as millions of moons. Her enchanting arms are ornamented with jeweled armlets, her hands bedecked with blue bangles, and her fingers adorned with rings. Auspicious markings grace her lotus hands and feet. Her beautiful lotus feet are garlanded with jeweled ankle bells, and her toes sparkle with rings more precious than the treasures of the demigods. ears are adorned with shining earrings, and fragrant perfumes are applied to her body. Her lips defeat red lotus flowers, and her fine nose is as beautiful as a sesame flower. She wears a beautiful blue sari like the color of a blue lotus flower. Her long hair is neatly braided, and she wears a belt of tinkling bells around her waist. On her neck, she wears a beautiful special locket with a picture of Krishna inside. This locket is outlined by a garland of fragrant flowers and a string of pearls. Her splendid forehead is adorned with sindoor, and her flowing black locks of hair frame her exquisite face. Srimati Radharani, she has a younger sister called Ananga Manjari. She is eternally 14 years old. She has a brother called Sri Dhamma, and a mother-in-law called Jatila, a so-called husband Abhimanyu. She grew up in Varshana, and her favorite instrument is the lute. Her private lake is called Radhakund. Her birthplace is Raval. Her favorite flowers are the jasmine, lotus, malati, and bakula. Her upper garment is red like a ruby and is Krishna's favorite. Her lower garment is the color of a blue cloud, and it is her favorite because it reminds her of Krishna. And Srimati Radharani is the best cook in the entire universe. She never cooks the same preparation twice. So Srimati Radharani is she is the most amazing personality, and on her appearance day, we pay our respects 100 times to this most amazing personality. So Srimati Radharani, it's interesting to hear how she actually appeared on this planet. So Srimati Radharani appears on this planet to help Krishna in his pastimes, because when Krishna appears, he never comes alone. He comes followed by his unalloyed devotees, his eternal associates. So Srimati Radharani appeared in a village. She appeared to a king called King Vrsabhanu, as we mentioned. So one day this king left his home to walk to the Yamuna river to take his midday bath in the peaceful flow of its sacred waters. In the fields he passed on his way, cows lowed and peacocks cooed, as if they were expressing relief that the summer's oppressive heat was finally abating. On this half-moon day of Bhadra, August-September, Vrsabhanu was charmed by the beauty around him. The earth was bursting with green in all shades, nourished by the recent monsoons. As he neared the water, he saw a dazzling light in the middle of the river. He stared at it until he made out a glowing golden lotus flower. Actually, he wondered, is it a large lotus or a sun blazing brighter than 1,000 suns? Astonished, Vrsabhanu waded into the sparkling river. He saw that the petals of that breathtaking lotus cradled a beautiful baby girl with a complexion of molten gold. His eyes widened and he gasped, Everyone had said that the girls in his village were exceptionally beautiful, like the goddesses of heaven, but the beauty of this delicate girl was unsurpassed. With great care, he scooped her gently into his arms and took her home. The baby neither opened her eyes nor made a sound. His wife, Karuṇā, was overjoyed at the unexpected arrival of the baby. The couple named her Radha. Each feature of the child's face, every one of her limbs was so stunningly beautiful that no one could take their eyes off her. But there was sadness too. Even days later, the child still had not opened her eyes or made a sound. Would this special child of extraordinary birth be blind and dumb? As this question piqued the sorrowful hearts of the villagers, the great sage Narad Muni, sweetly strumming his veena, came to King Vrsabhanu's home. The grieving monarch explained the situation, and knowing of Narada's ability to perform miracles, placed his exquisite daughter in the sage's lap. As soon as the child touched him, Narad was overwhelmed by ecstasy. The hairs on his body stood on end, and tears gushed in his eyes. And he steadied himself so he could remain sitting upright. Sobered, the sage was stunned into silence. And Sri Radha then decided to reveal her identity to Narad Muni. For she knew that he had developed great love for her by practicing yoga sadhana. So, in a divine vision no one but Narad could see, Radha appeared to him sitting on a gem-studded throne under a wish-fulfilling trees with thousands of goddesses surrounding and worshipping her. A shimmering glow softened the air around her, and the ecstasy he was feeling. Narada realized that was Radha's divine love entering his heart. He closed his eyes and silently offered prayers. "O you who are the life force of my Lord Krishna, you are the supreme goddess of bhakti, divine love, and you bewilder even Govinda, Krishna, with your charm. All the demigods headed by Brahma and Shiva meditate on your lotus feet. You expand into Mahalakshmi, the goddess of fortune, but you are the Adi Shakti, the original goddess, the source of all material and spiritual goddesses." When the vision dissipated, Narad handed Radha back to her father, who looked at the sage apprehensively. "Your daughter will fill everyone with bliss, and your glory will spread far and wide. But she will open her eyes. But will she open her eyes? King Vrsabhanu wanted to know. She does not wish to hear, speak, see about anyone or anything of this world. Don't worry, one day, very soon, everything will become clear." In the meantime, King Vrsabhanu and Karuṇā decided to arrange a festival to celebrate Radha's birth. On the day of the event, guests assembled and the celebrations began. Then Nanda and Yashoda arrived from nearby Gokul with Rohini and their small boys Krishna and Ram. Karuṇā told Yashoda how happy she was to be blessed with a daughter, but explained that Radha appeared to be deaf dumb and blind. While the two mothers spoke, Krishna, who had just passed his first birthday, crawled around the courtyard. Arriving at Radha's crib, he pulled himself up and peered in at her beautiful moon-like face. As soon as Radha smelled the exotic fragrance of Krishna's transcendental body, she opened her eyes and looked directly at him. Krishna smiled ecstatically, and Radha let out a joyful cry. It was her first sound, and a delighted King Vrsabhanu and Kirtida rushed to her crib to find her beautiful blue eyes wide open. And this story is wonderfully narrated in the Back to Godhead magazine. And so we can see that Srimati Radharani, when she appeared, she didn't want to see, hear, or speak about anyone or anything of this world because she wasn't interested. She was only interested in serving Krishna. And this is the most wonderful story of how Srimati Radharani opened her eyes and saw Krishna as the very first thing in this world when she appeared in the material world. So this is just a little video about Srimati Radharani, but her qualities are innumerable, and it will take a lot of time to explain everything about Srimati Radharani because she is simply wonderful and is full of good qualities, and her glories. Devotees chant her glories with great pleasure. Srimati Radharani and Krishna had so many beautiful pastimes. These can be read in the Krishna book by Srila Prabhupada, in the book called Srimati Radharani by Bhakti Purushottam Swami. They are very nectarian pastimes, and there's so many of them. So on this appearance day of Srimati Radharani, let us all pray that she may grant us some bhakti so we can approach Krishna. Let us chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and cry out to her with great love. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
mādhava-dayite, hari-niṣkuṭa-vṛndā-vipineśe. vṛṣabhānūdadhi-nava-śaśi-lekhe, lalitā-sakhi, guṇa-ramita-viśākhe. Vṛṣabhānūdadhi-nava-śaśi-lekhe, lalitā-sakhi, guṇa-ramita-viśākhe. Vṛṣabhānūdadhi-nava-śaśi-lekhe, lalitā-sakhi, kuru, mayi, karuṇā-bharite, sanaka-sanātana-varṇita-carite. Karuṇāṃ kuru, karuṇā-bharite, sanaka-sanātana-varṇita-carite. Gokula-taruṇī-maṇḍala-mahite. Gokula-taruṇī-maṇḍala-mahite.